What is going on? This is Altone, and today I've got the pleasure of sharing with you this awesome little crawler from FMS. Now, I actually ordered this about a month or so ago, and they were on back order, and I finally received it. But I actually already took a peep in the box, and I was pleasantly surprised. Now, this is the K10 V2. We'll get into the box and I'll show you or share with you why that is different. This is one of two of my FMS vehicles. I've never owned an FMS vehicle before. I have a 110 scale, which is the Atlas, which I also had to wait for. And then I have this guy, which is a Chevy K10 V2. Now, this is a truly hobby grade crawler, and my Atlas is also a full hobby grade crawler as well. I wanted a 110 scale and one of the smaller trucks so that I could run something indoors and outdoors and actually do some real upgrades to, and be able to share with you or show you the experience between the two. And again, at a reasonable price point for a beginner. This is the remote that it comes with. It doesn't have padded steering, but it does have a bunch of toggle switches here on the front. Your steering and throttle reverse. You have an additional throttle and steering adjustment here, as well as trim for throttle and steering as well. Then of course at the bottom you have your power on and power off. You have a channel 3 button here, switch on the side, and a channel 4 button here on the back. You even have a spot in the back so that you can attach a lanyard to it if you decide you want to. This is a really nice little controller, and I really like it. Nice FMS label on the front. So now let's look at what we came here to see, and that is the truck. If you look at the newest version of the K10, one of the things that you're going to notice with some of the other ones, and if you look at previous reviews, all of them, because I did a ton of research before ordering this vehicle, all of them, the newer one has tinted windows, and it does not have an interior. Not only does this guy have clear windows, but it has an interior, and there's even a driver. So you don't even have to worry about trying to put a driver in there. There's one in there already. And that is actually an upgrade kit for the K10. So you can get clear windows and the interior with the driver as an accessory add-on if you want to. But mine actually came with it already in there, and I think that is fantastic. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the truck. And of course I did get the black and red one. It's not really black and red, it's more of a black and orange color. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but they say black and red. It's actually black and orange. That's fine with me. And as I'm taking this guy out and running it and doing upgrades to it, I will take note if they've made any other upgrades to this vehicle. The tires are really nice, soft tires. It does not seem to have any foam in these tires, and these do seem to be beadlock tires, but they are very nice and soft, and they are, as they say, mud terrain TAs, and the brand name on them is Buff Good Richer, which I think is kind of cool. Your doors don't open, but you do have good mirrors. Your mirrors seem to be a little bit flexible, and then you have your tailgate in the back that actually folds down and closes back up. You do have working taillights and working headlights and working signals, but your shock towers do come up through the base of the body, so they have openings here for your shock towers, because this truck sits a little bit higher than the original K10, and so you have a little bit more room, or a little bit more flex as they call it, with this particular vehicle. Underneath the bottom, a lot of metal. The hardware itself, there are some mounting screws that are Phillips, and those seem to be the ones holding the body itself on, but everything else seems to be hex hardware underneath here. And then of course you can pop your hood open, and then you have the one included battery, and this battery is a 900 milliamp hour 2S LiPo, and it is a pretty standard size little 900, so you can use different 900 milliamp hour batteries in here. You don't have to use just this one, so you can get some additionals. Now what you have in here is receiver and ESC. It seems that they are all built into a single unit, and then if you look underneath here, you can also see that you do have a 180 50-turn motor as well. So those are the main three differences that I was aware of from the original K10. This one comes with a 900 milliamp hour LiPo. Your suspension is higher on this guy, and it had tinted windows with no interior. But now we still have the higher suspension, we still have the 900 milliamp hour battery, but now we actually have clear windows, and we also have a driver with an interior, which is absolutely fantastic. And just to let you know this, once you put your hood up, if you want to put it down, you're going to have to push it back and then drop it down. Otherwise, because this hood is plastic, you might break the hinges. So when you get ready to put the hood down, push it in and then lower it. There seems to be a latching mechanism under the hood that's allowing your hood to stay up. Now, it does have a 2-speed transmission, a low and high. Channel 3 is actually adjusting our transmission. So the center position of channel 3 actually frees your transmission up, and then the forward position actually speeds up your transmission, which is very cool. So this is going to be a super cool truck. I've got upgrades planned for it as well as tires. So now let's take this guy out and see what it can actually do. So I wanted to do a little bit of a test here with this type of angle to see how well I could handle it. And I'm actually blown away. So we got a little clearance issue in the back, but now, if you want to test the drag brake, at this angle, it is sliding, but with a little bit of throttle, you can stop it. I mean, it's holding pretty steady with just a hair of throttle right there. And then, of course, a little bit of throttle, we can actually climb back up to the top. Let's see if we can hang that front tire over. And that front tire is hanging over there. That is so cool. So thanks so much for coming by and checking this guy out with me. I'm telling you, this is going to be a super awesome little RC crawler for me. One of my first smaller actual hobby grade crawlers that you can actually do upgrades to and fix up. I'm planning on even trying to do some 3D printing and printing some parts for it and whatnot as well. So thank you again for stopping by and checking it out with me. I really appreciate it. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.